Hello and welcome to today's lesson. For today's lesson, we are going to be using the session that we used a couple weeks ago, the composition challenge with 3 chords and 2 parts. And so I'm just using that as an example. You can do the things we're going to talk about today on any piece of music, but this was by request of some students who wanted to know a little bit more how to change sounds in Soundtrap. And I just want to show you some of the most major ways to do it and maybe some that aren't so apparent. So we're going to go through 4 ways. The first one is tempo. So this one came in a little bit slow, and it's easy for me to play piano slower, so I tend to choose slower tempos. But it does not have to be the tempo that you end up with. So let's listen to what this at 98 sounds like. Okay, so that's moving along pretty slowly. But because this is all MIDI information in the piano roll here, we can change the tempo and it will adjust. It'll actually adjust real audio too, but it does it really nicely in MIDI. So I'm going to bump this up to, I don't know, like 140. Pretty significant. I can tap the tempo I want, but I'm just going to go with 140. So now let's listen to what this sounds like at 140. Yeah. Okay, so that moves along much nicer. You can also make it slower. I think I might actually even make this a little bit faster, just because I'm kind of feeling upbeat today. So let's put that to 180. Yeah, let's do that. All right, and let's see. Ooh, I like that. Okay, now I'm feeling it. Now it's matching. I don't know. Maybe it's my heart rate or something. Okay, so the tempo is good. We've changed the tempo. The next thing you can change is the instrument. And this, of course, makes all kinds of difference. So one thing I kind of like to do before I change the instrument, before I start moving around, is I'll just come to the track itself and I hit the 3 dots up here, and I'll duplicate it. Just right off the bat, duplicate the track. And then I'm going to mute the one I just duplicated. That's kind of like my way of saving it in case I want to go back. Then I can just go back to that track, or I can add it as a second. So to change the instrument, of course, you click on the instrument icon, and then where it says pianos, grand piano, you click on that and you will see all of the instruments over here, from vocals to organs. You see the play button on the side of all of the instruments. That's just to give you a sample of what it sounds like, but it's not going to be playing it in your piece until you click on it outside that play button. So if I wanted a do female alto sound, as soon as I click it, it's going to change the sound, and so I can hear it. Let's hear this. Okay, that's reminding me of the Rolling Stones for some reason. I'm going to choose a different one. My favorite, I love to go to organ. Organs are, I like the sound in Soundtrap of the organs, and for some reason, I really love the cheap organ. I'm going to go with that one and see how that sounds. Whoa. Okay, so right away it's loud, but I can turn it down. So I'm going to turn down the volume. Even with the volume down, I think it just feels a little loud to me. Now, one thing I can do with the organ is you can hit the tweak button. You see that there's a tweak button over here, and that tweak button gives you all kinds of stuff to shape the sound. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I don't know enough about the low frequency oscillators and all of the filtering and everything that you can do in the tweak button. So I would sit here and play with this. I don't want to do that right now. So I'm going to go with another instrument. Let's go. Other is always fun, isn't it? There's let's see, Grandma's Ocean Wave. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay. I can go with that. Now, one thing I do remember, I saved that grand piano. I'll put them both on. Maybe I'll turn down the piano a little bit. Okay, not bad. It's cool. It's different. It's a way to change it. So the third way is loops. So the loops is this purple, these two eighth notes up here, this purple button. You click that and this comes out. You click it and you get the loops, and it defaults to what's called originals, or it may default on yours to something else. I'm not sure, but I just X out whatever it defaults to, and you see all the categories here. So I want to add drums. You see, I have a chord progression. So a lot of the loops in like the bass loops or the piano loops, they won't fit the chord progression. So really, this would be like either beats or drums. You want beats and all the beats and drums that are available, and you have all of these to choose from. And this will really change how the whole thing sounds. So, ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's try that and see how that works. So I double click it, and over here it gives me a couple of loops. When I hover the mouse over it, you see that little circle up in the upper right corner. You just take that and drag it, and you have your loops. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so I like that beat. I'm liking how this is sounding. I may even see what it sounds like without the piano. Okay, kind of cool. I like it. All right, so the fourth thing, and this one is maybe not so obvious, is the automation. Now, automation exists. If you look on, we're going to go up to Grandma's Ocean Wave up here, and all the way to the right is this. It's kind of like some dots with lines in it. It looks like a little graph. And when I click on it, you can see the automation tab comes down below the track, and it's connected to the track. And so you click on plus automation, and they give you an option of panning, sweeping, or volume. Okay, so volume is probably the easiest to understand. If you click a point, you can click a point and then click a second point and drag the volume down. And as you go, as the music goes on, it will automate the volume, which means it will take it down automatically. Let me do it more extremely so we can hear that, and actually I will mute the drums for now too, so we can hear this volume come down. Yeah, and if I go all the way down, oh, you know what? I'm hearing the piano here. Do it again. So now we can hear it. Yeah, and so you can be as playful with it as you want. You can put as much automation as you want. Right now, because I have the horseshoe magnet up here selected, it's going to only put the automation on the grid points. But if I take off that horseshoe magnet, then I can automate anywhere, and I can put in all kinds of automation points. So it's going through and changing the volume, okay? Now the second one is the panning. And so the panning takes it from left to right. It's from the left speaker to the right speaker. So if I'm up here and I want it to swoop to the right and then back up, and then back up to the left, I can set the automation to do that. And now you can hear it going back and forth from left to right. This is kind of fun to do with multiple instruments. You can make them cross in your ears and make them move. That's a fun one. Okay, and then we'll add the third automation, the sweep. Now this one's a little, it's like a whole bunch of advanced features all in one. So right here we have the sweep, and you have, you know, the muffled sweep, the hollow sweep, the nasal sweep, and all of these have different parameters and settings that you can do in other ways, but this just makes it nice and easy. So if let's listen to a sweep setting here. We'll put it down and back up within a measure. Let me go back. There we go. Okay. So these are 3 things you can do. Automation to play with, to change. 4 things you can do. Tempo, instruments, loops, and automation to change the sound of your recording. So hopefully you guys have fun with that. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.